Low-down scum. You're all the same. Won't come at me because you haven't got the guts.
Look, Hagen will be along in a minute.
That's just the start of it, Connors.
You're too right, because I'm going to get you, you bastard.
Not while your friends can be got at, you won't. That's right. Jenkins and her mates. You've just made them very vulnerable, Connors.
It's all there, hand it over.
I'll give you a discount if you promise it's from Maxwell.
Is this thing balanced?
It's what you paid for.
Reynolds meeting. I want you to pay particular attention to one of those slags from Wentworth. You've seen around. Jenkins. Bit on the horsey side.
Yeah, I know the one. Well, what do I have to do?
We both know you've got two specialities, stud. Oh, come on, boy, don't be shy. I thought you'd jump at the chance of knocking a bit of sense into them.
What, you want to smack the run out in the open?
You'll be covered. Wilkinson.
That's the name she uses.
Sticks pretty close to Connors, doesn't she?
They're as thick as thieves. Why?
I want her in solitary tonight.
I don't know what you've got in mind, Craven, but I don't want her hurt.
Who said anything about hurting her? Breaking Connors won't be easy unless she knows we can put pressure on her friends.
You just remember what I said.
And you remember you don't stand a snowball's chance in hell of making governor if there's any sort of cloud over me at the department.
Don't push me, Craven.
Listen, Screw. You know what me mates would make of all that high school cheerleader crap? And you mooning round me all the time? Dog meat.
You're on a charge, Wilkinson.
Pardon?
You heard me.
What for?
Destroying prison property.
Oh, come on, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I get it. You're dancing and Craven's pulling the strings.
Just shut your mouth, Connors.
Oh, what? I don't suppose you want me up there too, do you?
Stay out of it.
Well, you'd have to take me now instead.
You'll keep. Come on, Wilkinson.
Oh, so we need something a little more serious, do we?
Don't you be silly. I'll be all right. 2 hours in solitary's not going to hurt me.
Come on.
You just make sure she's right, Ferguson!
Get this straight. You have your fun, but no marks, no cuts, no bruises. If you can't resist the lady's charms, make sure you leave nothing to suggest that you've been within 100 miles of her.
So why should I do her any favours?
Matter for yourself, stud.
You're in a good mood? Get a pay rise.
It's a beautiful day outside. Too good to be in here.
Tell me about it.
You got yourself in here, Mullins. Don't start whinging now. Back against the wall, Wilkinson. You know, you could have a decent life when you get out of here. Marry a normal bloke and have some kids. Who knows?
I think I'd rather stay in here, thanks.
Okay, Wilkinson, wake up. It's brekkie time.
Finish your meal. What is going on, Mum?
She's off her head. I think she's in shock. Who did it? Now, Manny's enough. She couldn't tell but there were 2 of them.
My money's on Craven or his thugs.
Let's get the mongrels who did it.
No, for heaven's sake, just calm down. Mullins, for heaven's sake, get back to your work, and the rest of you get on with what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, take it easy. What's the top dog going to do about it?
I'm going to go and see the governor and get the facts.
But Lisa just told you. You just tell her if she doesn't get the bastards who did, we will. Hey, if it happened in the pound, it must have been screws.
And you know who put her there, don't you?
You reckon Ferguson fixed it up with Craven? I don't know, but I'm sure as hell going to find out.
Look, why the hell do these things have to happen when I'm on duty? I checked the cell at least 3 or 4 times during the night. Nothing was wrong.
Did you open the hatch?
Well, no, not every time. Do you think I'll get the blame for this?
I don't know, but I put down everything you can remember in that report.
Damn!
Don't give up your day job, Adam.
Lay off me, will you?
It's got into him.
Wilkinson claims she was raped last night. Adams was duty officer.
Was she all right? Did she say...
She couldn't identify who it was, but she said there was 2 of them. The governor's on her way in here now.
Where's Craven?
He's out in the sports area. Joan, he wasn't on duty last night.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Push them harder. They're exhausted. They can't cause any trouble.
Yes, Mr. Craven. Come on, you lazy mongrels. Put some muscle into it, or we'll be out here all day.
You bastard, Craven! I told you not to hurt her!
Don't you ever do that to me again.
She was to go to solitary, that's all.
Originally. Then I thought, why not let the men have a bit of fun? It's to your advantage as much as mine that Connor's dropped those allegations. And there's no point in making a threat if you can't make it stick.
There are other ways.
What's so special about Wilkinson? She a friend of yours?
She's no different to the rest of the rabble.
Then why all the song and dance? This way Connors knows that we're fair dinkum. Wilkinson will be all right in a day or 2. I think the woman enjoyed it. Now she's just trying to cause trouble.
If those women need pulling into line, Craven, I will do it.
We might be associates, Ferguson, but don't you ever forget that I'm running this show.
So you might be. But you pull another stunt like that, and I will go to the police and tell them everything I know.
Are you saying the people responsible were prisoners or officers?
I don't know. I was asleep when they came in. And they shoved something in my mouth. He was so close to me. My arms were aching and I couldn't breathe.
Do you know what time it was?
I was lying in the dark forever.
Did they say anything?
No. I just couldn't get them off me. Please, can I have a shower, Mrs. Reynolds? Please.
No, I'm sorry. You'll have to be fully examined. If what you say is true, it's the only way we can find out who's responsible.
But I just feel so dirty. I can still feel them hurting me. I can still smell them. And the drink. Oh, please let me have a shower.
Excuse me, Mrs. Reynolds.
Have you finished the tests?
I'm afraid there are complications. I can only do a few very simple tests here, but the ones I've done don't show any evidence that she's had intercourse. Doesn't mean she wasn't raped, but if she was, the men must have taken some precautions.
Well, can we find out for sure?
Well, I notified the police and asked them to send someone from forensic. They'll be able to tell us. In the meantime, she won't be able to shower.
And the results?
A day or 2.
What's your opinion?
Well, I know the women get up to all sorts of pranks, but I believe she's telling the truth.
Let's hope for her sake we can prove it.
This could build up into a riot.
That's not going to help Wilkinson, is it?
Well, I realise that. That's why I told them I'd find out what the real story was. If I don't, they'll believe whatever they want to believe.
Wilkinson claims she was raped last night by 2 unidentified men while she was in solitary. I'm conducting an investigation. If anyone knows anything about the allegations, it'd help Wilkinson if they report it.
Well, we all believe the Blackmore officers were responsible. Now...
A few minutes, please, Mrs. Reynolds. It is important.
Mrs. Pringle, would you take Maxwell back, please?
Of course.
Oh, and Maxwell, I appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, well, it might be best to keep the male officers away from our section, at least until the women have calmed down.
That's been taken care of.
Asking the women how to do your job now. You'll have them running the place next.
What do you want?
This rubbish about the woman in solitary. I believe there's allegations that my men had something to do with it.
Well, did they?
Of course not. They were nowhere near the pound. I believe the duty officer was one of yours. That new boy, what's his name? Adams.
That doesn't mean other officers with keys didn't have access during the night.
Oh, I see. Protect your own and blame the visitors. There's not even any proof that she was raped.
How do you know?
I don't go off half-cocked, Mrs. Reynolds. I've spoken to the nursing sister.
Then you'll also know that we're expecting further tests to be done when the police surgeon gets here.
You're wasting your time. After that incident with Mullins, there'll be cries of rape every time one of your women passes a man, officer or prisoner.
Won't be, because I'm stopping all contact.
Oh, excellent idea. I suggested it myself yesterday.
And I want all your officers to give detailed accounts of their movements last night.
I suppose if I'd been on duty, I'd be on your hit list as well.
At the top.
Would you care to repeat that in front of the Minister?
The Minister knows what I think of you. Now get me that report on your officers.
You'll keep.
Bastard.
Lorelei, I didn't know that this was going to happen.
You set me up to solitary.
I had no idea.
Why are you really here? So you can force me into dropping the charges?
Of course not. I came to see
you
if
and Craven make a great pair. You don't care who you hurt as long as you get what you want.
You should rest.
You know what? When I first came here, I was really glad that you were here. I couldn't understand why all the other girls hated you so much. And now I know.
If I had known that this was going to happen, I would never have sent you to solitary, believe me. Sorry.
Well, the governor said they were conducting an investigation and she'd let me know when they find out who it was.
Geez, I've heard that before. If they'd let one of us visit her, we could find out and then teach the mongrels a lesson.
Let the screws handle it. Otherwise, we'll all end up in trouble.
They were the ones who raped her.
Yeah, I still reckon it was that pig-faced
He
Craven.
wasn't there. I heard Adams was on duty.
Your kid needed an instruction book.
Oh, he didn't need an instruction booklet when he bashed me.
Well, if he done it, then we got to make him stop.
Yeah, let's beat the crap out of him.
Kath, you remember I told you about that Mr. Richards, how he used to try and do stuff that he wasn't supposed to? Well, the only way I could make him stop was to biff him.
Yeah, well, that's how you end up back in jail again.
They're all the same. Give men a bit of power and it goes straight to their heads.
Now, that's because they're screws, not because they're blokes. Some of them are all right.
Maxwell and Jones, come with me, please.
Mrs. Pringle, did you find out who done it to Laurie yet?
Mrs. Reynolds is conducting the investigation. Come along, you two.
Who are we going?
Shopping.
Oh, beauty! Outside again. Kath, come on, because we can get changed.
Are you taking us out?
No. Mr. Adams is waiting at the security gate.
Is Mungle too scared to come up here, is he?
It's enough, Jenkins. Where's Connors?
She had to go to the loo.
All right, everyone, back to work.
Hey, Merle, you remember what I said. Biff, bam, you give it to him.
Waiting for you, Ferguson. Oh, you're going to pay for what happened to Laurie.
I had nothing to do with it.
Bull! You put her on that trumped-up charge so those mongrels could get to her. I didn't think you were low enough to have her raped.
I didn't.
Then who fixed it? You tell me you done. Bet I'll kill you.
Craven? That bastard. He warned you, Connors.
Who's next?
I don't know. Now get this thing off me.
Right. You tell him I'm dropping the allegation. But you make it real clear I'm settling the score personally. And it's going to be a lot more slow and painful than anything Laurie or Bongo went through.
Crazy Connors. He'll have you before you get a chance.
If you've got a decent bone left in your body, you fix it so I can see Laurie.
I've questioned all the Blackmore officers. They've all got alibis by the other Blackmore officers.
Surely it couldn't be the prisoners.
Only if one of the officers let them in. Adams is in the flat because he thinks he's going to be blamed.
Oh, do you think that he is capable?
He's still a suspect, of course, but I believe he's telling the truth. But I want him kept away from the women until they cool down.
Oh, where is he now?
I sent him out with Maxwell and Jones to get supplies for the shop. Do you think Wilkinson could be making it up?
Well, we'll know for sure once the police surgeon examines her. She had me convinced, though, when we talked to her. Especially that bit about wanting to have a shower. Well, what's your next step?
I'd like to talk to Wilkinson again. I thought when Craven stormed in to defend his officers, it was very rehearsed. And their alibis were just as perfect.
Right, well, I'll come with you.
Will you be quiet?
It's only singing because I was happy.
It's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, well, it's annoying me.
You're not going to hurt me, are you, like you did Laurie?
Look, I didn't touch Lorelei. I suppose all you women think I did do it. That's why Mrs. Reynolds wants to get me out of the way.
Well, I'd be real wild if someone touched me like that, because I just reckon it's...
Well, you're
dirty.
safe, Jones, because I'm not going to touch you.
Well, don't count the magazines for the police.
Look, I'm sick and tired of being blamed for everything that goes wrong in this prison. I think it's another one of the women's jokes. Let's get Rodney again. Ha ha.
Well, I don't think you did it.
Well, there's no proof that she even was raped. I think she's trying to get at me.
Give me a day or two and I'll calm the women down. By then, Mrs. Reynolds might have found out exactly what happened.
Yeah, but if you ask me, she made the whole thing up.
How did you get up here?
I had a quiet word to the freak. Oh, Laurie, are you going to be all right?
They won't let me have a shower, Reed.
What?
No, there's no point. I mean, I've got to wait till I see the police doctor. They need proof.
Truth, they've only got to look at you to tell them.
Oh, I know, I look dreadful. See, I tried to fight them off and it only made it worse. And there was just nothing that I could do.
You're safe now. I've dropped the charges against Craven. Oh, Laurie. If I'd known this was going to happen...
Oh, no, don't Reed, please.
Do you know who did it?
No, I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to find out for you. They're going to wish they'd never been born.
Oh, be careful, Reed. If Craven's behind this, he might...
His number's already up because of what he did to Bongo. You just leave it to me. Is there anything me and the girls can do?
Will you stay here a little longer and hold me? I was so afraid last night. Oh, Reed, I thought they were going to kill me.
I don't need any more proof. I've only got the minister in to sort out this mess.
Look, Ferguson said we're not to sell contraband to the men. It can't be any clearer than that.
Yeah, well, I'm getting sick of taking orders from her. She's the one making all the money while we take all the risks. Hey, look, a zoo! That's a pet shop move.
But if you get caught, you're on your own. I've stuck my neck out for the last time.
Can I buy some animals because I got my pocket money?
No, now look, we have to wait here for a while and then we're going back to the prison, all right?
So just go and look.
No, will you stop being a nuisance,
For God's
please?
sake, go and play with the bloody things, but don't wander off, okay?
Look, I'll buy extra supplies when our contract arrives. Ferguson need never find out.
I don't like it. It's risky enough waiting around here for a pickup anyway.
Don't start getting cold feet now, Rodney. We're both in over our heads.
You just watch your tongue, young man.
Yeah, but I only want one of them.
You haven't got any money, I can't sell you a mouse. It's simple as that.
Yeah, go in a dead dog.
Bloody kids! I don't teach them respect anymore.
Excuse me? Hey, we'll get the marbles. Got a surprise for you.
Oh, gee, thanks, lady.
My name's not Lady, it's Merle.
Oh, I'm Tommy.
Hey, I like your costume. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I've got lots more at home. Can you come and have a look?
Oh, yeah? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they won't miss me for a bit.
Come on, we'll catch the bus. It won't take long.
She must have come out this way. There she is, getting on that bus.
No!
Take the van.
I told you she'd drop the charges with a little persuasion.
She also threatened to kill you.
If I had $1 for every prisoner that had threatened
I
to do
wouldn't
that...
take the threat too lightly. Connors is tough.
We'll see. The women are going to learn that I mean business.
Yes, well, the governor doesn't want you anywhere near
Bugger
them.
the governor. When a prisoner makes a threat against my life, it's time to pull on the gloves.
She was bawling her eyes out because of what those mongrels did to her. What do you reckon we do something?
Without Maxwell? Oh, Maxwell's probably a with them, screw love. We can't let Laurie down. Get on with your lunch. Let's shove it down those bastards' throat. Yeah, I agree with you. Rapist! Rapist! Rapist!
I've heard that some of you have been circulating vicious rumours directed against my officers. Now, there's no proof that Wilkinson was raped, So I can only assume that you've been collaborating with her to cause trouble.
Oh, no, we're not.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm calling you a liar, a rapist, and a murderer.
Put that down, Connors.
Stay back, all of you. It's Craven.
Stay back. You're being very foolish, Connors.
I'm going to kill you, you bastard.
There's 4 officers in this room and only one of you.
You murdered my kid brother, and you set Laurie up, you animal!
He was trying to escape. I don't know why you're so excited. He was only a junkie. Throw her in the pound. I think that just about takes care of that subject. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to say?
He was deliberately provoking her. That's no excuse for what Connors did, but if he hadn't been there, none of this would have happened.
You wanted to see me, Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes. I should be back on duty.
I suppose you heard what happened at lunchtime?
I gave clear orders that no male officers were to go to the women's section of the prison.
I assumed that applied to my officers, not to me.
Why were you in the dining room?
I'd heard Connors had made threats against me. I believe in being direct with the prisoners and not pussyfooting around.
So you went in and provoked her?
Of course not. The women were all carrying on about this alleged rape. I had to call them to order. Connors attacked me and I defended myself.
That's not what I heard.
Then I'd suggest you speak to all the officers present. I don't like being set up by the officer who couldn't control the women.
That's enough. You can save your story for the minister. He's on his way.
I hardly think that's necessary.
I do. I've had more than enough of you riding roughshod over the women and officers of this prison and undermining me as governor. I have grave doubts about the alibis of your officers last night, and I'm requesting your suspension.
Then for your sake, Mrs. Reynolds, I hope you know what you're doing. Are you awake?
What do you want?
I just came to see how you were. All the women are worried about you. Looks like there could be some trouble.
I don't want the women to get into any trouble over me.
No, none of us do. But they've got some silly idea that I might have been responsible for what happened. Now, you don't believe that, do you?
I don't know. I don't know who did it.
Well, I think the best thing for all concerned would be for you to tell the truth, don't you? I mean, I've already had a look through your file and you do have a history of making up stories. You even had to give up your little girl. Ah, yes. I know all about little Zoe. Now, you could make things a lot easier on yourself and all of your friends if you just tell the truth. I can jog your memory. And we don't want anyone else to get hurt now, do we? Particularly your little girl. No one needs to get hurt. All you have to do is just tell the truth. Do I have your word on that? That's better. Now, maybe you should just go and have a shower.
Why the hell didn't you keep an eye on her?
For the same reason I don't supervise muster or do guard duty. You're the officer in charge, remember? Let's get back to the shopping centre.
No, I've got to report this.
What? You know she didn't escape, she just wandered off.
Well, that's going to look great in my report, isn't it? My prisoners don't have to bother to escape, they just wander off. I'm phoning in.
No, just give me 20 minutes, please, Rodney. Blow the whistle now and everyone will be after her. If Mel gets cornered or frightened, she might go over the edge. You know what that means.
Yes, it means I don't get fired.
It means she'll be weaving baskets in some madhouse. Please, Rodney, just 20 minutes. If we find her, no one ever need know.
All right. 20 minutes.
Oh, look. Looks pretty, doesn't it?
Yep.
My lolly.
Thanks for buying me the mouse.
All right. I didn't buy them. They look real unhappy, so I just took them.
Real? That'll teach that old grump a lesson. I'm going to call mine Merle after you.
I never had nothing called after me before. I'll call mine Muscles.
Merle and Muscles will save the world.
How come you're allowed to play by yourself?
Everyone does. And Mum doesn't get home till late. So there's nothing else to do but watch TV.
You got any comments?
Yeah, lots. You want to swap?
Oh, yeah, I'd like that.
You know, you're all right for a grown-up.
Wilkinson, you showered.
I had to.
Do you realise what you've done?
I don't care.
But surely Sister Hall told you that
Sister Hall had nothing to do with it.
you have to have further examinations, and Mrs. Reynolds has called in the minister. Now, you didn't see who did it. There was no obvious evidence of rape. Now, what the hell's wrong with you?
Please, don't go on.
But why? I mean, surely you realise the position you're in, that the governor's in. Now, why?
Because it's hopeless.
That the women have been intimidated by Mr. Craven can be substantiated by Mrs. Pringle. And I have here a report by Mrs. Morris detailing an encounter during which Mr. Craven attempted sexual blackmail.
I'd like a copy of that.
That can be arranged.
I enjoy romantic fiction.
Perhaps you'd like an account of Lorelei Wilkinson's rape. Rita Connors has been severely provoked by Mr. Craven, and there is her allegation of murder, and Mr. Jackson's observations of misconduct whilst at Blackmore. But you'll find that completely detailed in the full report.
Yes, but I've already addressed these matters.
Finally, I have to add my own experience of Mr. Craven. I find his behaviour antagonistic and inflammatory to the point of posing an extreme security risk.
You must appreciate that coming hot on the heels of the riot, the last thing we need in the department now is this sort of dissension.
What price solidarity?
Can I have your reaction to these charges, Craven?
Amusement.
No explanation?
Possibly. I suspect hysteria has a lot to do with them.
These charges can be substantiated.
Can they? Take Wilkinson's rape allegation. 2 men, neither of whom she can identify, were able to gain access to what passes as the securest section of this prison. Despite the officer on duty, they committed rape and departed unnoticed and without leaving any evidence.
There'll be further examinations of Wilkinson.
But need to be. And I'd suggest there be some on Mrs. Morris as well. It seems that her neuroses is so extreme she can't differentiate between civility and sexual innuendo.
That is insulting and completely without foundation.
Then no doubt they're tactics that you're familiar with, Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh, let us confine ourselves to the issues, please. Go on.
As for my posing a security threat, well, that's laughable. It was Mrs. Reynolds who ordered the integration of the Blackmore men with the women held here.
The integration?
Hardly that. The prisoners had temporary and limited access to each other.
Well, whatever it was, it resulted in several of the women attacking and stripping a male prisoner. Now, is this an example of the cast-iron security that I'm putting at risk?
That incident was of a minor nature.
Perhaps. But doesn't it typify the way you run Wentworth? In fact, Mrs. Reynolds, isn't that the real reason you're seeking to discredit me? Because my presence here threatens to expose your incompetence?
There is no foundation to that assertion whatsoever.
Reynolds, I'm sorry, but Merle Jones has escaped.
Escaped?
Well, no, not exactly. She just wandered off.
Thank you, Mrs. Pringle.
Wandered? From where?
Probably solitary.
Oh, no, she was on a shopping excursion.
Thank you, Mrs. Pringle.
Yes.
Minister, I hope you'll reserve judgment on this matter until you've interviewed Lorelei Wilkinson.
Excuse me, please. May I have a word with you?
No. Can't it wait?
No. Excuse me. Do you have to go through with this?
What do you mean?
Lorelei showered.
She's what? She knew she had to go through.
I know. She's lied to Sister Hall, and now she's lying about why she did it. I'm sure of that. I can't get a word out of her, nor can Sister.
God, this is turning into a nightmare.
You can't put Dwyer off.
Just think how that would look.
Mrs. Reynolds, just how long is this going to take?
I suspect hardly any time at all. Wait.
That's the way they work it at Blackmore. They sling you into solitary and it'd be open season on you. And there's no way out.
So the message is to stay out of the pound?
Hey, tell that to Laurie.
Great. Way things are going, we got Buckley's.
Yeah, if Craven wants you in the pound, that's where you go. He'll fix the charge.
And the rape and the bashing, and he won't leave a trace.
Like I say, that's the way you work it at Blackmore.
Yeah, but this ain't Blackmore.
Give him time.
What I mean is, if you bawl your guts out of Blackmore, who comes running?
Every screw in the joint, they're really into it.
No, who comes to help?
Are you kidding?
That's what I'm getting at.
Hit the button here and there's every chance a straight screw will get to you before it's all over.
Yeah, but you can't hear a bloody thing in the pound. Besides, with a freaking Craven up there, plenty of bent screws to keep the others busy.
Look, you couldn't pull this off at Blackmore, but maybe here.
What?
Well, what if we heard the alarm instead of the screws?
How do you mean?
Well, some poor bitch is getting the business up in solitary, right? She gets a signal down to us. We shake the place up until every screw in the joint's rolling around like oranges, and then we send them up to solitary.
Sounds okay, but how?
Communication.
That's my territory.
Kick that around later. Keep going.
And that's it. We just got to work it so we can get a mayday from the pound down to here.
Brumby reckons you had that all tied up at Blackmore.
She's underestimating me. I had it running like clockwork.
Could you do it here?
I think so. Be a different deal. Newer building. Don't know about the plumbing or
That's
the
why it's my territory. Now, butt out.
Look, I can get you into the air conditioning room. There's pipes going everywhere up there.
Look, I can handle this. I know the place.
And Spike knows the score, so you work on it together. Got me?
All right, but it's a favour.
Seems to me anyone who's not working with us is working for Craven.
Spider?
Okay. But you owe me one too.
I understand you've made some extremely distressing charges, Miss Wilkinson. I want you to recount them to me just as you allege the incidents occurred.
I'd rather not.
Lorelei, please cooperate. I've explained about the showering, but you have to go through with this.
Mrs. Reynolds is right, Wilkinson. You do have to go through with this.
Well, go on.
There was no rape.
What are you saying?
There was no rape. We were trying to set up Craven. We had to make sure that he was in on it. That way he'd be out of the way.
And what were you to get out of this?
It was going to be set up for an early parole.
By whom?
Mrs. Reynolds, of course.
She has obviously been intimidated.
Or tempted. Early parole is an effective lure.
This gets murkier the deeper we get into it. I find it difficult to believe what Wilkinson had to say.
I'm gratified.
Yet I have to give her statement credence.
On what grounds?
Mrs. Reynolds, the only indication that a rape had occurred was Wilkinson's statement. She's now withdrawn that and alleged the attempted compromise of Governor Craven, a compromise in which she says you were involved. Now, that is evidence.
Coerced.
Perhaps. But until we've verified that, I must relieve you of your duties as Governor of Wentworth. Mr. Craven will replace you in the capacity of acting governor.
Why? I know you were forced into it, and I know by whom. I just don't know how. If you'd just told the truth, we could have beaten him. You must have known I would have protected you. Well, if you change your mind, I wouldn't bother taking it up with Wentworth's new governor. Mr. Craven isn't a particularly sympathetic character. It's been obvious all along the way he operates. And I walked right into it with a sheaf of reports and expected to come out in one piece. He's put in so much groundwork, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd arranged Mel Jones' escape just to cap it off.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. He's got the whole place hamstrung and me with it. I was out of line even speaking to Lorelei just now.
You know he'll turn Wentworth into another Blackmore.
I know it, and I can't do a thing about it. I was so sure we'd win. Maybe try and keep it quiet about Lorelei. If he gets back to the women, there's no telling what might happen to her. But with Craven in charge, there's no telling what might happen to any of them.
Jeez, give it a rest, will ya? I'm sick to bloody death of communication. Well, it's my patch. It's the only one I've got since Maxwell muscled in on my trading, so I'm not going to lie down, close my eyes and think of Wentworth, right? No one's asking me to. You and Spike are working on it together. Yeah, how come Spike's the one Lurch takes out of the boiler room and I'm left sitting here? You already know the layout.
Because one off the job's okay, two looks sus. But when there's three off the job, they call out the bloodhounds, all right?
Are we getting through to you?
No!
Oh, look, I gave him the key, didn't I?
There's a couple missing ladies. Where are they?
Spike's on skip duty and Alice is in the loo.
Could you give us a hand with this? It's bloody well platted.
Here. Hey, the water's getting cold, Mrs. Pringle. How about checking the boiler room?
Oh, I wouldn't know what to check. I'll call maintenance.
Oh, no, you're better off checking the gauges. All you got to do is make sure the indicators are up to the red. That's all.
Oh, well, I think you're in the wrong business, but I'll see what I can do.
Come on, hurry
hurry up. We can't hang around here much longer.
It's going to take time. There's no telling where half this stuff ends up. Look around for some plans.
Well, what kind of plans?
Anything. Plumbing, air conditioning, doesn't matter.
You sure you can pull this off?
Once I figure the setup. Listen, you know solitary.
Like a sow knows its pen. What about it?
Any pipes run through it. Water, air ducts, anything at all.
Well, there's a pipe around the floor. It's water, I suppose. There's an air vent.
Oh, get it.
What was that all about?
Oh, I don't know. But if we get sprung in here, we'll be working this out in solitary.
Well, I could do it if I had a set of plans. This is hopeless.
Just get off my back. I had to report her.
Yeah, well, if you'd just waited, we might have found her. God only knows what's going to happen to her now.
Well, that's up to the police.
I'm not going back without her.
You'll do as I say.
Oh, don't pull that one on me, Rodney. We're in this together.
I never wanted to be in this business anyway. I've got my career to think of.
Oh, not the career. Please spare me the career.
Why? Because I'm making something out of my life.
A mess, that's what you're making of it. All right. I'm sorry, Rodney, I shouldn't have said that, but you know how I worry about Mel. I realise your career's important and you've got what it takes to make a go of it, but can't we look for just a little longer?
You're wasting your time, Maxwell.
You don't waste a minute, do you?
In future, you knock before entering this office.
Think yourself lucky I didn't kick the damn thing in. You used me, Craven, and I don't take that from anyone.
Shut up.
I fell in with your filthy plans because I was to take over the governorship.
I didn't plan this, Ferguson.
Oh, do you think I'm a half-wit? When you were out for Reynolds' blood, that suited me fine. I didn't count on you double-crossing me as well.
Now, just a minute. When Reynolds phoned Dwyer, I had to move fast. It worked. Reynolds is out. I wasn't to know he'd put me in charge.
No, it just fell into your lap.
Your position's still improved. You'll find being my deputy holds far more promise than playing lackey to Reynolds.
And how long before you boot me out and install one of your Blackmore cronies?
Cooperate and it needn't happen. Cross me and you'll be out faster than Wentworth's ex-governor.
If you think that, then you are a fool. Crave and I have been watching this desk for far too long to have you park yourself behind it. Now, if I am not acting governor of Wentworth Prison before this afternoon is out, I change my testimony.
You try it and I'll drag you down with me.
You've already dragged me down far enough. I wouldn't bother with any more unpacking either. I've got a feeling you're just passing through.
You like living around here?
Yeah, it's okay. We've always lived around here.
I live lots of places. Don't you ever want to go anywhere else?
Might have to. My dad reckons I eat too much. Whereabouts do you live?
Wentworth Detention Centre for Women. Except there's blokes there now because Rita burned down Blackmore and they got nowhere else to sleep. Don't you ever go away on holidays?
Sure. But tell me more about where you live. Who else is there?
Well, there's Spider. She can get you anything. But I don't like her. And there's Rita's back and there's Alice. She's all right, but she's not very bright. Spike and there's Brumby. It's all right once you get used to it, but you don't ever get to go away on holidays. Except if you call a weekend in a pound a holiday.
What's a pound?
Solitary confinement. And you've got to sleep by yourself and you're not allowed to talk to anybody at all.
Like being thrown in a dungeon and being fed on bread and water.
You've been there?
You tell stories better than any other grown-ups I know, Merle. Thanks.
I have checked the boiler room, Simpson, but I'm no plumber. If the water's... Forget it. It's hotted up. Right, carry on then.
You try to get Spike out of spawn, you sneaking little lag.
I am no lag.
Why do you think we're trying to set this signal up? It's for all of us. And you send a screw in here to bust them. We've got to stick together on this.
I look after myself. And if you go mouthing off to lurch about the screw, you're buying yourself a lot of trouble. You remember that, the lot of you? Well, it sounds harebrained to me. Sure it'll work?
I'm not guaranteeing anything, but there's a chance.
But even if the plumber does come, what if he doesn't bring any plans?
He'll bring them. Plumbers can't work without them.
It'll be dicey getting them off him.
Maybe, but if we do, I'll set up the biggest communication network since talkback radio.
Hey, you're on. We'll swing it somehow. It might even be a bit of a spunk.
Might be, if you don't mind working close. All they ever talk about is unions.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking about.
I feel like walking out of here with you. Wouldn't Craven love that? Getting rid of you, Marty, and anyone else with professional ethics. Do you want me to come round when I finish? Maybe tomorrow. Don't think I'd be particularly good company tonight.
Mrs. Reynolds.
Is there any news on Merle? No, nothing.
Look, I don't know how to explain it. There was nothing I could do.
You can explain to Mr. Craven.
Ernest Craven?
Acting Governor of Wentworth.
I find it difficult to see how you could have bungled it, Adams. A shopping excursion with a mental retard and an errant housewife would seem an ideal assignment for you.
1 minute she was there and the next she was gone. There was nothing I could do about it.
I'm tempted to have the same thing happen to you, Adams. You're going to have to smarten yourself up, boy. Yes? Yes, put him through. Now, you write me a full report. You're going to have to lift your game, Adams. I demand a lot from my officers. Now, get out. Oh, yes, Minister. Thanks for returning my call. No, it's not urgent. It's just to do with my sense of fair play.
Oh, wow! Do you ever get to sleep out here all night?
No, I'm not allowed to. Hey, why don't you sleep out here for a while? I mean, it'd be our secret. I wouldn't tell Mum or Dad or anyone.
I would if Kath was here. I miss her a bit.
Well, we'll go get her. We could pretend we're all crooks. Hey, is Kath your first best friend?
Yep. Who's yours?
Oh, I don't have one. Not a special one.
I'll tell you what. How about I be your first best friend, and you be my second best friend?
Yeah, that would be great.
And we could have secret pacts and special handshakes and everything.
Yeah, we could pretend all your other friends are here. I do it all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Mel, could you please stay with me just for a while?
Yeah.
Come in.
Yes?
Well, the chair's all yours, Joan, just as we planned.
Oh, how did you manage that?
I had a talk to the minister and pointed out that it was pretty unfair to appoint me when you were the deputy governor.
How right you are.
I also believe that you have the makings of a first-rate governor.
I am a first-rate governor.
Well, there's plenty of work to do. This place is run like a boarding school.
Not anymore.
Joan, I don't enjoy being a governor without a prison, but I'm perfectly happy to share this one with you.
Sorry, Craven. You lost Blackmore, and while you're here, you'll answer to me the same as everyone else. Now get out of my chair.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around.